everyone, welcome to the Ichimoku charts.com daily analysis for gold for Wednesday, October 16th, 2013. Well, a change of trend today in the candle. It's made a higher high and a higher low. This change of trend has occurred on almost a doji type candle, and that suggests that there is a possibility that we may not see any substantial follow through to this trend to the upside. The very small body suggests that neither side has any substantial momentum in net terms, whereas for the previous day's trading the buyers had built or attempted to build some upside momentum by closing the market up above the open, therefore giving us a white body candle, and suggesting that the buyers had made an amount of net bullish progress on the day between the open and the close, in very stark contrast to the sellers that made net bearish progress for the previous 5 or so trading days. That suggested that there was a real possibility of this trend changing, and also with the buyers being able to close with control of this market by closing up towards the high, suggested a possibility of change of trend. We have seen that trend change today, but let's look at where the market has closed within the range, only just above the midpoint level, suggesting that the buyers aren't terribly strong in this market. Yes, they have closed with control, but it is only fairly weak control, and it does suggest that the buyers may not be strongly supporting this new first time frame uptrend. Also, the very small body size here, with the body being very small, suggests that the momentum that the buyers had for the previous day's trading has evaporated. We also have a larger shadow on the top of this candle, and that highlights the price rejection from the Tenkan Sen. And for the past 5 consecutive trading days, the market has traded almost to the Tenkan Sen and being rejected from there. And this highlights very well how the Ichimoku indicators can act as an area of support or resistance. To the downside too, by the same token, the 1266 area once again has held a support for this market. So for the 4th consecutive trading day, we've traded either to or beyond the 1266 level and being rejected from there, failing to close down, be it below there. So this suggests that even though with the trend to the upside that's just been established may be in trouble, we do have some serious doubt about whether the market can actually change the trend back to the downside. So quite an interesting market, not a market that we really want to be trading or initiating any new positions at the moment. We want to wait for resolution of this market in either direction, and preferably in the direction of the higher time frame trends, and we'll come to that in a minute. Now, in terms of the Fibonacci extension, and here with the new first time frame uptrend being established, we're examining the relationship of that to the previous time the market was trending up, and here we've seen the market test 2 and beyond the 61.8% level, being rejected from there on a doji type candle, suggesting a very real possibility of a change of trend. So we are on the lookout for a lower high and a lower low. Also, with the Fibonacci retracement, the market has tested to the 50% level and been rejected from there on a doji type candle, suggesting a strong possibility for a change of trend. We are looking for a lower high and a lower low to confirm that change of trend. Now, in terms of Ichimoku, we're still a bearish market in all 3 time frames, with the market trading down below the cloud. So overall, in big picture terms, we have a bearish market. So this really does colour whether we want to go long or short. So obviously, short trades are those that we should be looking for, and in line with this bearish breakout down below the cloud here from roughly about a week or so ago. We are also trading down below the Kijun Sen, the pink line. So we have a bearish market in that medium term time frame, and that Kijun Sen is pointing down fairly sharply, reflecting some solid downside momentum in this market. We can't give any regard to this last part because that reflects the current candle as it's developing and hasn't finished trading yet. But we really do see some strong downside momentum in terms of the Ichimoku indicator pointing down, but also just looking at the series of lower peaks and lower troughs in this market, and that really highlights this medium term downtrend in this market and how strong it has been for some time. In terms of the Tenkan Sen, the market is still trading down below there, and that is holding as resistance for this market, so quite significant. And the Chico span is below the corresponding price action, so it's confirming the momentum to the downside in this market and supporting the bearishness that we're seeing in all 3 time frames, and suggesting that resolution of this type of congestion area that we're seeing, where we have this market bound by close by support but close by resistance, is more likely to be to the downside. So we are looking for for a breakout to the downside. Bearing in mind, however, that the support down below where the market's trading at 1266 down to 1250 is very, very strong. But we also have very, very strong resistance overhead at the Tenkan Sen around 1290, but also up at the round number resistance at 1300 and above there. We have the Kumo, the cloud, coming into play as strong resistance as well.